gentlemen, welcome to the 2025 Missouri Common Ground Alliance VacEx Rodeo. Sponsored by Custom Truck One Source, Tornado Global Hydrovac, and Dig Pig Products. Crews from across the state have stepped into the arena, battling through a high-intensity challenge for prizes and the ultimate title of champion. But this isn't just about winning. It's about safety, innovation, and the teamwork that protects lives and keeps our world connected. The Missouri Common Ground Alliance brings the industry together, delivering 2 days of free training, seminars, and practical instruction. Operators are here to learn, to share knowledge, and to see new and emerging equipment and how to correctly use it in the field. It looks like our operators are beginning their circle checks. Let's go to organizer Travis Taylor for our rules.
Welcome to the 2025 VacEx Rodeo, sponsored by Dig Pig, Custom Truck, and Tornado. Special shout out to Missouri Common Ground Alliance for allowing us to do this year. This is our second annual, excited to have it. A few simple rules. First, we have 4 potholes. Each one has to be dug at 12 inches in diameter and 4 foot deep. We're going off of speed, accuracy, and efficiency. I hope everyone has a safe and fun day. Let's get this thing started.
With our rules set, attention turns to the equipment. Across the floor, operators are already breaking it down. Questions, strategy, experience. Because before the rodeo begins, they need to know exactly what's available to them. Let's go to Josh with Dig Pig Products for a closer look at the equipment.
Hey everyone, I'm Josh with Dig Pig Products. Last year, we saw these operators struggle in some pretty harsh ground conditions. So this year, we wanted to give everyone access to the proper tools for the job. Starting off with the Dig Pig silencer nozzle. With its stainless steel construction, hardest cover in the industry, 10-degree cone, and complete rebuildability, it was pretty much made for this competition. Next, every operator is going to get access to a Titan lance, the first Hydrovac engineered lance in our industry. Available in aluminum and stainless steel in every size and length that operator could want on the job, this lance will last just as long as the operator. Finally, every operator is going to get access to a revolution in excavation safety, the ground hole protector. With its non-slip, high visibility coating and reflective warning stickers, you can see the ground hole protector on any job site. And with 2 different sizes, able to hold over 400 pounds, as well as 3 different ways to secure them, they can be deployed in seconds by any Hydrovac operator, securing their site so that they don't have to worry about hazards. You know, you might recognize something about all 3 of these products, and that's that they've been built for the job at hand. And that's what we do at Dig Pig Products. We're built by operators for operators.
With our rules and equipment in place, convention goers are taking their last look around as they make their way to the stands. The floor is clearing. The focus is shifting. Let's meet our operators. Crews and trucks are ready. It's time for the 2025 VacEx Rodeo to begin. And just like that, our operators are off, grabbing their dig tubes, clamps, hoses, and lances. The first order of business will be to lower down their boom and connect their dig tubes. This can be kind of tricky. What they need to do is get these precisely lined up first, then use the clamp to secure it in place. This can cause precious time. Let's see which operators get it done first. It looks like John and Jake in lane 6 and Chris and Ryan in lane 3 were the first to secure their tubes, with Chris and Ryan starting their hole before anyone else. Let's see if this gives them an advantage in the end. It looks like our ground is just as hard as last year. full of compressed clay and dirt, along with massive boulders to give these operators a true challenge. Looks like Aaron and Laurent are up and going. That's lane 4. And unfortunately, their first exposure has revealed a rock. They're gonna have to clear that from their dig tube. Laurent has successfully cleared the blockage. Now he's gonna clear the outside of the hole so no more rocks fall in. Most of our crews have begun their dig, with only a few teams lagging behind. But it's not necessarily about when you start digging, it's about how accurate your holes are. Let's see if this has any difference on our end results. Zach and Ryan in lane 5 are using the boom and lance together to try to bash some of those rocks off the side and get some depth. It seems like they've been able to navigate those rock spacings pretty well. It looks like John and Jake in lane 6 have begun digging their hole, and they've opted to use their own nozzle. It will be interesting to see what kind of an effect this will have on their digging. Cody and Chris getting some depth. Looks like they've hit some kind of rock here in the center. Let's go for a closer look. Yes, it appears they've hit the rock floor, which means they're going to have to look for little cracks and then use their water to exploit those areas and blow out the rocks. Aaron and Laurent in lane 4 making great progress on their first hole. It seems that they have run into a little plateau themselves too. Time to fight through it. Our champions from last year, Chris and Ryan in lane 3, are almost finished with their second hole. They haven't put that ground hole protector over their previously excavated hole, but I'm sure it will happen soon. It looks like they're actually ready to move on to their third hole. Let's see how he marks it out. Seems like Ryan's going with the dot method, and it's going to go ahead and map out the fourth hole as well. Using the old probing technique here to blast through those rocks. And we're ready to move on to the third hole. While speed is definitely a factor here, accuracy is definitely more important. And you can see in this angle here that 10-degree cone doing its job, slicing through that dirt like cake. It looks like Aaron and Jeremy are still battling it out on their first hole, opting to use a rock picker to help navigate some of these stones. Emily and Andy in lane 1 have finished up with their first hole and are now moving on to the second one. It looks like they pulled some pretty big boulders out of that first hole. It appears Andy's attempting to undermine some of the bigger rocks in his hole. By doing this, he allows the rock to naturally fall down to the bottom of the hole, instead of bashing and smashing, possibly damaging his equipment. Then, he can use the boom or a rock picker to retrieve the rock. Chris and Ryan in lane 3 have moved on to their third hole, and it looks like they're currently trying to fight a big boulder. Aaron and Jeremy in lane 2 have finished up with their first hole and now are moving on to their second. Some big boulders coming out of that first hole. Aaron and Jeremy have opted to use their own equipment for this competition, and in this case, they're using a triple jet nozzle. Look at how it tears into the ground. Aaron and Laurent in lane 4 are making progress on getting depth on their third hole. It appears though they've got a small leak, which is something they'll have to fix before they move on. Ryan and Zach in lane 5 pushing as hard as they can to get depth on their fourth hole. It looks like they've reached that flat rock section, and they're going to use the boom and lance in conjunction with each other to get depth. John and Jake appear to be having a hard time getting through that rock area on their second hole. What's this? Ryan and Zach from lane 5 are the first to complete their excavations, and just behind them is Chris and Ryan in lane 3, last year's VacEx Rodeo winners. Now, this is not the end of the competition. Our judges still need to come in and measure, and any and all penalties will be added to time, making this still anybody's game. Emily and Andy in lane 1 fighting away in their third hole, trying to get to their fourth. It looks like we're getting our first measurements. And it's a little short. That's going to cost some time. Hydrovac excavation is a different way to dig. High pressure water breaks down the ground, air lifts it out. Fast, controlled, and precise. It's how operators expose buried utilities without damaging what's underneath. No guesswork, just skill. And having the right truck is where it starts. Let's go to Daylon with Custom Truck One Source to hear more.
This is Daylon Caruthers with Custom Truck One Source. I'm joined with me today is my Hydrovac relocation specialist, Mr. Boots. We came up to support this organization in the VacEx Rodeo. We have multiple customers participating, so we wanted to be here to support those guys in this wonderful organization. Custom Truck One Source is basically a one-stop shop for all of your upfit and other segment needs. We provide everything from roll-offs to dump trucks, water trucks, utility, waste and refuse. And most excited about our partnership with Tornado Infrastructure. We are the United States dealership for Tornado products. So very important for us to be here and support that and the rodeo side of things. And if you'd like, you can always visit us at customtruck.com to learn more about all of our offerings.
Thank you, Daylon from Custom Truck One Source. Our operators are fighting on with more crews completing, but it's still anybody's race. Emily and Andy in lane 1 are fighting for the last couple of inches for their fourth hole. It seems like this part of the ground is extremely hard. As you can see along the walls, it's layers and layers of rock, some of the hardest ground these operators have ever worked in. Cody and Chris in lane 7 taking out some big boulders and starting their fourth hole, while John and Jake in lane 6 are struggling to get depth. It looks like it was some big rocks that were in the way. Now they'll be able to get some depth. And they're back on. And just when you thought they were cleared, they hit another rock bottom. They're going to have to blast out these rocks in the small cracks to get through. Cody and Chris in lane 7 have made some good headway and continue to dig down to get their depth. With Emily and Andy in lane 1 and Aaron and Jeremy in lane 2 completing their excavation, we're now down to the wire. Our final 2 teams are competing for the last few inches of their 4th hole. With accuracy, either one of these teams could squeeze into first place. Cody and Chris in lane 7 trying to get these rocks out. Let's see if it goes up the tube. Nope, that's a clog. Emily and Andy from lane 1 are getting some of their measurements. It looks like some of the holes might be a little too tight and some other ones might not be deep enough. This will cost them some time penalties. Aaron and Jeremy from lane 2 double checking their work to ensure they got the depth and the size before the official count. It looks like Cody and Chris from lane 7 have finished their last hole and are now ready for the judges. John and Jake in lane 6 are still battling away on this 4th hole, and although they might be the last to complete the 4th holes, if they're accurate, they can still come in first place. It's still anyone's game. John and Jake trying their best to get those walls nice and smooth while getting depth. It appears that they're still trying to fight that little shelf that they have of rock. Measurements going up with Chris and Cody. Seems like one of their holes is also short as well. That will cost them some time. Chris and Cody have made some progress here. It looks like they're about halfway done their 4th hole. John and Jake working together to get those rocks out of the sidewalls. Looks like they've almost made it down to depth. And there you have it. Our final team has finished their excavation. Now the judges will measure each hole and tally the final results. Across the course, operators are taking a step back, looking over their work, comparing lines, replaying every move. Because out here, technique matters. Every decision counts. And now it's in the hands of the judges. Let's go to event organizer Travis Taylor for our results.
The 2nd annual VacEx Rodeo is officially over. As the guys who are returning know, way gooder than last time, right?
Way good.
Way gooder. Once again, I appreciate all of you guys coming out, doing this. It was fun to watch. It was awesome to see how close 1st to 7th was. And I think all that does is just show the efficiency of operators as a whole. It shows how comparable good operators are, and it shows how fast Hydrovac trucks can be. So I greatly appreciate you guys coming out. This is really cool. So now let's go into the total times. I didn't have to do trigonometry this year to figure out the time, so that was fun. I think it did. I think it did. I had to take my shoes off for count my toes. So I'll go through 1st through 3rd, and then I'll give everybody's times. So in 1st, we had precision daylighting on lane 5. Their Their dig time was 17.5 minutes. Total time with penalties was 32.5 minutes. That was first place. Precision in the third lane with a total time, dig time of 18 minutes. Total time with penalties, 33 minutes, a 30-second difference. Second is Precision Daylon in lane 5. Followed out by third, total dig time of 27 minutes, 12 seconds, and total adjusted time with penalties of 42 minutes, 11 seconds is Badger Daylighting. So, you three, excellent job. Congratulations. Following them, we had, let's see here, Sell & Rick Construction, 33 minutes, 32 seconds with a total adjusted time of 48 minutes, 32 seconds. We had, 42 minutes, 45 seconds. Then we had Superior, 24 minutes, 25 seconds with an adjusted time of 44 minutes, 25 seconds. Then we had National Hydro Excavation Services, 33 minutes, 32 seconds with a total adjusted time of 48 minutes, 32 seconds. And then last, for the incredible sales guys at Armor Equipment, 41 minutes and 14 seconds with total adjusted time of 61 minutes and 14 seconds. So, awesome job by all you guys, man. And once again, kudos to Precision's two teams this year coming out 1 and 2. So, the prizes that we've been given are from Schulte Equipment, they're from Custom Truck, they're from Tornado, they're from Dig Pig. They supplied the wands, they supplied the silencers, and then they also supplied the really cool trophies that we have this year. We have Contractor Supply that supplied coolers again this year for you guys. We had Hydrovac Services, who also contributed some really cool Hydrovac things for you guys. Schulte Equipment went in a different direction. They have a really cool, for second place, beer cart with beer. So that's cool. And then first place, they also provided a really cool, pretty durable birdhouse. So, and then a bunch of other goodies. So when you guys go back in there, go to their booths, thank them for everything they did to contribute to this. Martland Supplies also has power pellets out here. You guys want to take a couple of bags, take them back, see how they work. The power pellets are designed to dry out the slurry and make it usable dirt again. So really cool. We actually tried it yesterday with straight water, and it's insane how it actually reduces the volume. You can throw it in a water bottle and check it out yourself. It's crazy. It's a really cool product. So take you guys a couple bags of those and have fun with them. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for doing it again. Get with me with any comments. I know Badger had some really good comments about this year on some things to do different next year. We'll keep on continuing to improve this thing, and we'll get more and more trucks. We have more trucks than we did last year, so we'll keep on going. So make sure you take care of the vendors, all the sponsors that sponsor this thing. Like I said, tell them thank you. Couldn't do it without them, and you guys have a great show. Thank you, guys.
Here we are after the dig. Had third place finishers with Badger Daylighting with four potholes, 4 foot deep, foot round. Ran into some rocks, but got through them. Used the wand, kind of beat the edges off with the rocks, but in the end we ended up third, gave it our best shot. Thank you.
All right, so that's Chris and Ryan back with Precision Daylighting for our second year. The digging was a lot better this year. They brought in the dirt to replace the fill. My first time using the Dig Pig lance and the silencer tip. It was amazing wand with that tight pattern. It really cut through the dirt. We were the champions last year. Unfortunately, 30 seconds slower than my partners over here, are the other precision crew. They beat me by 30 seconds, so good for them. It was a good time, man. Can't wait to do it again next year.
All right, so this year's competition was actually a lot better than the last one. They recompacted the dirt and everything, and we got to go through and use the Dig Pig silencer and really get down to the precise depth with everything and knock the rocks out of the hole. And
ran into some big chunks of asphalt. We were able to get those out of the way. Dig Pig seemed like it held up really good. Did a good job. Very impressed with it.
then got first. We're gonna try and get it next year.
Thanks to all of our operators and sponsors for making today's competition possible. We hope to see you all here next year. And thank you for joining us for the 2025 VacEx Rodeo. See you all next year.